Hi everyone, today we are going to see about database. Okay, so since we are using the database DB SQLITE, okay, so today we are going to see how to move all that data which are present in your DB SQLITE to MySQL. Okay, so for that what I will do is, first of all I'll create some file. Okay, so for that I'll create a file over here and let me do that. So I'll create a, let's say, new, and make a folder, and inside this I'll name this folder as self database. Okay, so after naming this self database, I'll just open it from my Visual Studio. Okay, so for that go with open with code. Okay, after doing this, what you need to do is open your terminal. For that what you need to do is new terminal. Okay, so I'll create a new project, so I'll call it as a project, so I'll do it very fast. Okay, so we have already covered all these things what I will do now in our previous video also. Okay, so I'll just do start project and I'll name it as project itself. Okay, so I will go inside that project, and from that project what I am going to do is, let's say, manage.py, and I'm going to say start app, and the name of the app will be main. Okay, so after that what I'm going to do is, inside this project you'll find settings.py file. Okay, so inside this settings.py file, inside these installed apps, you need to write it, you need to register your app, that's app. Okay, so after that what you need to do is just do python manage.py migrate. So now if I do migrate, then it will create this SQLITE 3. Okay, so all the data that we will create will stay in this DB SQLITE 3. Okay, so first of all in my app, let me go to the models.py. Okay, so in models.py, let's say I'll create a class of student. So in here I'm going to say models.model, and over here I'm just going to provide name as models.character field, and let's say the length will be 100, and let's say roll number, for that I'll say integer field. Okay, so at last I'll just take the email address. Okay, so models dot email field. Okay, so this must I'll take now. In order to create the table in the database from this model, we need to do two steps. So for the first step is manage.py make migrations, that's the first step. Then it will create me that init.py. Okay, so after that what you need to do is python manage.py migrate. Okay, so after this what I will do is just create super user. Okay, so python manage.py create super user, and over here I'll provide the username as Mohan. Email address need not to be the valid one. Okay, so you can provide anything, but make sure that you write at the end of it gmail.com. Okay, so you provide your name at the gmail.com, it should not be legal also. Okay, so after that what you need to provide is a password, so I'll just write it as Mohan only. Okay, so Mohan, so that's it, I created it. So if I do python manage.py run server, okay, after that I'll click and go on this site, so it has opened it. So after that what I'll do is just go to the admin page. Okay, so I went to the admin page, and over here what I have provided is that Mohan. Okay, the password is also Mohan. Okay, so after that what you can see here is there is only group and users only. Okay, so there is no table related to this student. Okay, so in order to register my this model in this Django administration, what you need to do is just go to admin.py and just write a bunch of code over here. Okay, so for that what you need to do is admin.register, and you need to give the name of the file, that's student. For this you need to import it. Okay, from dot models import, you need to import student. Okay, after doing this thing what you need to do is go below this, so write class student admin. Okay, so admin dot model admin. Okay, after doing this there is something known as list display. Okay, so list display, and here in the list I'll provide the first as ID and the second as name. Okay, so second as name, role and email. So second as name, third as role, and fifth as email. Okay, so after doing this you should be able to see your table in Django administration. Okay, so if I do refresh it, now I am able to see this student. So I'll go inside this student and I'll add bunch of students over here. Okay, so first of all I'll add a David, and let's say his roll number is 2. Okay, I'll do save and on that. So the next thing I'm going to do is, let's say David, let's say James. Okay, James, his roll number is, let's say 1, and email is going to be james@gmail.com. Okay, so again I'm going to create on the record also. So let's say what I am going to provide is Tom. Okay, so let's say his roll number is 5 and his email is, let's say gmail.com. Okay, so I'm going again I'll add, and again I'm going to say team roll number 7. Okay, so team @gmail.com. Okay, after adding these, how many data did I add? Okay, let me go to the student, and over here so there is ID, name, roll number also. Okay, so I think I didn't provide your email. I did provide the email, but it is not showing me over here email. Why? I don't know. Is my naming wrong? Email in models.email email. It's good, it's good, it's good. Okay, so after this let's not worry about that email. Okay, so let me go to this ID, and here is that email also. Okay, so in my database, let me go to my database. Okay, so let me show you that these records are been recorded in my database also. Okay, so in order to show you, so there is app, in app student there is student and there is email also. Okay, so now what I am aiming to do in this video is that I will transfer this data which is initially present in my DB SQLITE 3 to the MySQL. Okay, so I'll show you how to set up that MySQL account also. Okay, so in order to do that, what you need to do is first of all search. Let me go to the website, and over here what you need to type is MySQL in Django. Okay, so type this in your browser. So go in this geek for geeks. Okay, so go over here and go below this. There you'll find this database. Okay, so copy all this code. Okay, after copying all this code, what you need to do is go to your here and go to settings.py. okay, so in settings.py there is a section for database. Let me search that. Okay, so here is templates, here is database. Okay, so remove this database or comment this database. Okay, so I just commented it, you can remove it also. Okay, so and I paste it whatever I have copied from this thing. Okay, so I have copied all this thing. So after doing setup for this, what you need to do is now do couple of things. Okay, so after that you need to go to your email account. Okay, so go to your email account. So let me go to my email account. Okay, so let me go to my email account. So I went to my email account. Okay, so this is my email account, and inside over here email account. Okay, so you'll find this. Go to here. Okay, after this 9 dots you will go over here and go to manage your account. Okay, so after that what you need to do is go to the security. Okay, so you need to activate this two-step verification. Okay, so you need to activate this two-step verification. So I'll now activate my two-step verification and we will do the rest of the things. Okay, so after activating my two-step verification, it will show like this. Okay, so it will put tick and I have activated my two-step verifications. Okay, so if you have already verified your two-step verification, that you don't need to do that. If you don't have this tick mark, then you need to verify this two-step verification. Okay, so after that what you need to do is go over here and inside the search you need to type app. Okay, so app uh, and you can do it. You just need to activate this app. Okay, so inside your app, actually we don't need this for this one, but I'll show you how to create this one. Okay, so app, I'll just write here the app name as, mm, let's say app itself. Okay, so I'll do create. Okay, so you will see this 16 letters one. Okay, so first of all copy this one. Okay, so copy from your. Okay, so say done and always save it. Okay, so save it in your notepad or anywhere. Okay, so you need to save that code. You will need that code always. Okay, so you need to go over here and just to paste it. Okay, so after pasting in your notepad, then you are okay. Okay, so but we'll not use that for some time in this video. For just setup, I'm just showing you that one. Okay, so after doing this, what you need to do is you have already, I guess you have already installed MySQL in your computer. If you don't have MySQL also, so you need to go over here and just type MySQL download. Okay, so I'll just show you what to download, and from where to download, you download the rest and you set up on your own. Okay, so go to this let me show you again, MySQL installer for Windows. Okay, so just click on this one. So after that what you need to do is install this one. Okay, install this below one. Okay, so don't make mistake by downloading the above one. You should always download the below this one. Okay, so which is 303.6 MB one. After downloading this thing, you need to download MySQL workbench. Okay, so you need to download MySQL workbench, and inside MySQL workbench you need to download this one also. Okay, so you just download this one. So you will go to MySQL. Okay, just download this one. You will get MySQL workbench also. Okay, so after that there is a couple of step you need to be careful. Okay, so MySQL installer password. Okay, so you need to click next while installing. Okay, so only in your password section you need to be slightly careful over there. So what you need to do is over here, while doing installing, you will see this one. Okay, so you need to provide this password. Okay, so always put this password which you can remember in future also. Okay, so you need to put this password. Okay, so put this password and do all these setups. Okay, so after doing this and click next. Okay, so you only need to put this password, do all the things next. Okay, so after doing all this thing, now install that workbench also. And after installing that MySQL workbench, what you need to do is open MySQL workbench. Okay, so open your MySQL workbench also. Okay, so after that what you'll see is you will see like this. Okay, so what you need to do here is now you need to type the password which you have entered while installing that. Okay, so you need to remember your password. Okay, so I know my password, so MySQL at the rate 123. So if I hit enter, so I think I have also a wrong password. So MySQL okay, now it is being successfully opened. So over here there are two database. Okay, so you will see something like this. Okay, so make sure you see, you will not see this restaurant. Okay, so you will only see this sys one. Okay, so after that you need to go to this schema. Okay, so and in this go to the query and add to new current. Okay, so now you will see all this page. So after setting up, doing all this hard work, now go back to your, now let me create the database. Okay, so to create the database in MySQL you need to write the code. So for creating the database, for you need to type create database restaurant. Just type the name of the database. Okay, so let me give the name of the database as, what should I give? Let's say main db. Okay, so I just main db, I give the name as main db for my name of the database, but I don't want to give this. What should I give? Let's say apple. Okay, so I cannot think anything else than apple. So let me create it. Okay, so in order to create you need to click this. Okay, so this button, so just create it. So after that do over here there is a reload button. Okay, so just click on this one, so it will be reloaded and you will get that apple. Okay, so at the side of it now you are seeing the apple. Okay, so I want to do little bit of a zoom in this one. I don't know how to do this. Control C will zoom this one, and if I do Control C, it is still zooming this thing. So if you don't see in this case, so I have written create database, this one. Okay, so I cannot zoom this one. So if you know how to zoom all this, please write down in the below comment. Okay, so I'll not do that thing right now. So after creating the database, you just copy this database name. Okay, so in my case it's just Apple. Okay, so in the name you need to provide the name of the database. Control C, Control B. Okay, so now over here you need to provide the password that you have provided in your MySQL. Okay, so my password is just MySQL @123. So provide the password which you have provided. Okay, so after that what you need to do is just do python manage.py. Now we need to just put whatever data that is present in my DB SQLITE 3 in my DB SQLITE 3 into my JSON folder first. Okay, so in order to do that, what I need to do is write this command. Okay, so this command is python manage.py dump data, and content type is going to be data dumps.json. Okay, so if I hit enter over here, so I will get the JSON file at the level of my base directory. Okay, so if I hit the enter, so I'll see this data dumps.json folder. Okay, so it will contain all the data. So I'm not getting the data. I don't know why I'm not getting the data. So what I need to do first is let's try to do, let's first let me uncomment this one. Okay, let me just comment this one, and let me just uncomment this one. Sorry for this. Okay, so I'm doing uncomment. I have previously said to you to remove. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. So I'll just run that previous command. Okay, so if I run the previous command, what it will do is whatever that is present in my database will be loaded in this data terms.json. Okay, so I'm really sorry for that. So after I have hit enter, so now I'll get the data. Okay, so I'll get all the data that are present in my past this is my past database. Okay, so I'll get all the data. Okay, so if I want to show you alt z, okay, so these are all the data that I have entered over there. Okay, not entered, but that is initially present in my database. Okay, so after that what should I do is, and there is a bunch of this file. Okay, so we need to just put that file so inside this base directory. Okay, so this is over here, this is over here, this is over here, and inside this base directory I'm going to make a folder name as let's say handle.py. okay, so inside this handle.py I will just copy and paste that code. Okay, so I'll provide this code provide the link of this code. Okay, so now over here I'll just what I'll do is copy it and paste. Okay, so over here I'm just going to paste my code over here. Okay, so just don't be worry about this code. I'll just provide it in my comment section or my description section. Okay, so after that what I need to do is just type python handle.py. Okay, so after that what you need to do is python handle.py. Okay, so it is not getting that directory because I need to go one step back, and after that python handle.py. Okay, so it's still it is not finding it, so let me do ls. Let me go inside the project, so let me do ls. Now it is showing me that file, so it is not getting this db backup.json. Okay, so it is looking for this db backup.json, but it is not getting. So what I'll do is over here I'll change rename this. Okay, so I'll just rename this json file as db backup.json. Okay, so I renamed it. So again I'll run that python handle.py. After this I got this detected encoding. Okay, so after this I got this one, so let me zoom that. I got these all things. Okay, then again what I'll do is I need to write this python, again write the command. Okay, python manage.py load data. Okay, so now what you need to do is first of all let's not load that data. Okay, so uncomment the previous code. Okay, so now we need to work on the previous. Okay, so whatever data that was present has already come in this file. Okay, the db backup json file, so you need to uncomment the previous thing. Okay, so now what you will just need to do is just write python manage.py migrate. Okay, to see whether there is anything wrong or not. Okay, so now you are communicating to that you are getting some error. I know what is error in my case. Okay, so you may not get this error. Okay, so in my case it is running as 3005. Okay, so again if I do it now I'm getting this applying migration. Okay, so I'm getting all this. Okay, okay. So after doing all this thing, now what I am going to do is just I'm going to load whatever the data that is present in my JSON in my this db backup. Okay, so for that python manage.py load data db backup utf8.json. Okay, now if I hit enter, so it will also install 38 objects. Okay, so after that what you need to do is now it should correctly load that data. Okay, so let me go to the database once again. If I don't see, then I need to do again make migration and then migrate. Okay, so after that I'll go to the app and go to the table, and there is app student. Okay, so inside this app student what I need to do right over here is select all from app student. Okay, just write this one and just let me just run it. Will it so I guess it will not show this because I have written it wrong. For that what I need to do is I need to see which database I need to use. Okay, so for that, right, use Apple. Okay, so from Apple, select all the data from my app student. Okay, so if I load this now, it is successfully coming in my MySQL also. Okay, so this is the way to transfer the data that was previously present in your DB SQLITE 3 to the MySQL or MySQL database. Okay, so this was all the video of all about. Okay, so after being completely transferred to this, now if I go to my, let's say I'll go over here, let me go over here and let me add new data. Okay, so I'll add my own data over here. So I need to again run server. So let me go and hit the run server, do the run server. Over here I'll just start it. Okay, I'll go to admin, I'll go over here, and in the add student I'll just write my name Mohan. Let's say my roll number is 15. Let's say Mohan @gmail.com. Okay, I'll just do it as save. Okay, to see whether this Mohan will be there in my this database or not, what you need to do is again run. Okay, so now you are seeing this Mohan also. Okay, so in this video I have also shown you how to do that app thing in your email also. Okay, so sorry for that, that is used for your next video. Okay, so in doing your email setup, okay, so we need that app. Okay, so I'll show you how to set up your email in the next video. Okay, so for that, sorry, and in this video what we have looked is how to transfer all your data from your old database to the new database. Okay, so in my case the new database is MySQL. Okay, so that's all for the video today. Hope you like my video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day and cheers.